Hey guys, it's Tim, the Toolman for Home Improvement. Welcome back. Today we're doing a quick little video on a trellis. We wanted to make a trellis that was cheap and expensive without you having to go to Home Depot and grabbing one, or Lowe's, or wherever the case may be. Those ones can run anywhere from $30 to $50 some odd dollars. So what we did today is we actually made some pieces out of $2 worth of lumber, and we're going to put it together, and we're actually going to fit this plant right here into this pot. Alright, and that's how it's going to be set up. So I'm going to go through the motions of how we're going to set this to make sure that we did it. One of the things we wanted to do is we took a piece of wood first and dug it into the ground to figure out exactly how high we wanted our trellis to be. So we figured it was going to be about 40 inches. So we just used a regular handsaw or a chop saw if you have it available to cut it to that pieces. Then we decided we were going to go about 24 inches across, so we wanted to make sure that we were going 24 inches across. Again, cut those pieces. They're 1-inch pieces. You'll see them when we start to put them together. We're just going to use nails, a compressor, a nail gun, glue, and stain, and that's pretty much it. Very simple. Literally, it's about $30 worth of materials. You can get it done within an hour's worth of time. So let's get started, and you can watch me do it. They're just regular pine. And we measured exactly how we want it. So we want 10 inches into the ground, and then spaced it out 6.5 inches so that it was continuous, the same all the way across. Just use some glue in between there with a staple gun and a compressor. Well, after we get that done, we'll be able to position it inside the pot. Go ahead and plant the plant, and you'll see the finished product. Again, the stain we're going to use a Thompson's waterproof seal, so when the elements, you're going to be able to see, obviously, it not deteriorate from the elements, so you'll want the stain, and we'll stain it as well so you can kind of see what it is. But literally, this is going to take us 20-30 minutes to do. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to stain it and basically seal it so that way we're protecting it from the elements. Now with the stain here, you can actually go darker with every time that you do it. You can make it darker and darker with the stain. The thing of it is you got to make sure that when you do it, you let it dry for a little bit before you add another coat to it. Otherwise, it's just not gonna get darker and darker that easily. So let's seal it first, and we'll go from there, and then I'll show you the finished product inside the bucket. Okay, so we've stained it now. We didn't want to go with too dark of a stain because we wanted to see the grain of the wood and things of that nature, so we made it just a little bit darker than what it naturally does the first coat, a couple of coats here. So now it's stained, sealed, so now we're going to put it into the pot and then put the plant in it, and the plant will eventually grow in through it, but it'll make a nice feature. Again, very low maintenance, very little money, and time-wise, like I told you, less than half an hour, you can have this thing done yourself. So let's go ahead and put it in the pot, and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, it's getting a little dark, so we had to move it towards the door so you guys can see the final process. But here's the trellis that we just built. We put it inside a pot, and we put this this nice plant. Now what's going to happen is this plant's going to start to feed itself through the trellis, widen out, and then also it's going to have these really nice pretty bulbs and everything that's going on to it. So let me show you really quick the back side of it so you guys can see. So that's kind of the back side of how it's going to be intertwined with the plant, and how it just sits right into the pot as needed. Like I said, again, this was literally no more than $30 worth of merchandise or materials and just 30 minutes of time. Make your own trellis. I guarantee you do this, you go look and see how much you're paying for it at Depot when they're already pre-built. It's like 5 times the amount of time. So I hope you enjoyed our little video, and please subscribe. We've got more coming. I've got a really cool planter out of tire that we're going to do. Not the normal way you think it would be, but so we got some really cool stuff coming up, so stay tuned.